A tournament? A pinball tournament? Gee, I don't know. I've never actually been to a tournament before, especially during pinball. Oh, hey. And it looks like the camera's recording. See, I see a lot of times I like to have little conversations with my stuffed animals that are over here. Got my little baby seal with me. So this topic is just going to be a little bit about social interaction. Now you see, actually I'm going to let you be over here in the corner. Nice for something for the viewers to see. So back in the day, when I was very little, I would have quite a bit of a, experimental time during social interaction. My English was quite broken. I didn't really quite know what the words to say, and a lot of times I just quote movies, TV shows, and video games and books. Not really much. Not really the socially appropriate times, but I was still trying. Trying my very best to do these examples of social interaction along since I see other people doing these social interactions. So what were the things that we did? What were the things that were kind of solutions? One of the solutions that I personally came up with was having a little notebook with me. I would have this notebook, and then I would just write down the things that I can say when someone says hi to me. What do I say? Well, I can say hi back. And those are that's just one of the examples I would do. And another thing that I would also do during social interaction is my teachers and my parents would always remind me to ask questions for just about anything, like how was your day, any big plans for the weekend, or what are you doing at the moment, or anything like that. Ask some questions, even if it's simple like what's your favorite color, what's your favorite animal, what's your favorite season, all these things that go on. It's really quite nice. So that's one of the main big reasons that you can do for yourself is even when you have the ability to speak and have the ability to communicate with others, always be prepared to ask questions. Ask as many questions as you want, even if it's simple as what are you doing, or what is that over there? It's in fact, a lot of times communication can involve mostly about listening. So always make sure that you are a very good listener too while you ask the questions. And a way that you can listen is to stop what you're doing and then just look at the person and then just listen. Of course, this doesn't mean just freeze in position and stare at the person all the time. Sometimes you just gotta, oftentimes you must need to blink, and sometimes I always like to, even today I always like to just look away very briefly and then just go back to the camera, or not the camera, but go back to the person. Go back to them to looking at that person. Sorry, I made a little mistake there. So those are the main real things. Is always ask questions, always look at them and listen to what they are saying, and also keep the conversation going while you can. And sometimes if you run out of questions, sometimes they can just ask questions as well. It's like saying someone starts the conversation and then that conversation can continue based on whatever is going on. It is sort of like an automatic thing that goes on too. You don't really quite think about the conversation too much. All that you do is just listen and keep talking, and then maybe even learn something from each other as well. So that's what I can recommend for a lot of times. Anyone can communicate and have social interaction, even when you don't have the ability to speak. There's always the time to talk, always the time to listen. In fact, I think a lot of conversations are most of the time all about listening. So if you can learn how to listen very, very good, then you'll be a really good person to talk to. And in fact, that goes back to the part about liking to talk with my stuffed animals. The reason why I like to do that is because, to me, they are really quite good listeners. Now, I get to say what I want, and they just and they're just around to listen. So there may be some people that like to, or some children that like to talk to their stuffed animals, or to their toys, or to the characters based off of a book or a video game or anything like that too. One of the main reasons why they like to talk to those inanimate objects is because they feel like that they are listening. So, and that's what I kind of believe. That's why people do these kind of things, is because they just want someone to listen to. They just want to talk, to say what's on their minds, and have someone to listen. And I think that's really quite important as well, is always have a good listener by your side. So for those who are just discovering about social interaction, or just want social interaction themselves, or just to have a part of it, the good people are always those who listen carefully and also learn how to observe and absorb. That's what I always say. Meaning you take all the information and then apply it to your data banks. Apply to your files, your social files as well. And these things kind of take time as well. With the whole communication and social interaction, it takes time. It takes practice. And that's all it is. The more you practice, the better you will at being a good communicator, at being able to speak properly. And of course, people like to make mistakes. People tend to make mistakes too during social interactions, and that is okay. No one is perfect, and we slipped up. Excuse me, we slip up sometimes, just like I did now. And the most important thing is that we learn. We sometimes apologize, and then we keep on going and continue the conversation for today and even for tomorrow. That is it all for today. So thank you all very much for watching. All right. Say goodbye, everyone. Okay, I will see you again on the next video. All right. Take care and keep on talking.